I suppose I can play my own music because I own it, so there's that. While we wait. Cool. Everything looks good. All right, let's just get started, huh? You know what? Let's turn on Do Not Disturb so you guys don't see all of my text messages and everything first. Where is that Do Not Disturb? There we go. This is a project. I don't really need to explain this because nobody's watching currently, as far as I can tell. Oh. Actually, that's not true. Apparently, there is one viewer. Why can't I see that? Let me try and refresh this page. That's better. Oh. Why are you giving me space at the bottom? Interesting. Okay. This is a track I worked on off stream, so sorry about that for people who are following along. I titled it, Stalactite Drips. It's one of the bigger tracks I've made, according to file size, and I made it and I have not mixed or mastered it yet, so I figured that would be a good thing for today. So you can see we've got about 18 tracks in here that need to be done. Have I pre-done anything? Not really, apparently. Let's put on a 15-second. That's a decent release. What about for these? Oh. Nope, nothing. So we got to start for real. Okay. Okay. Before we get really into it, we should do some mixing. What's this one? So what we'll do is we'll split these. It's pretty normal stuff. I'm actually wanting to use this from a song that I can't stop listening to. So that's what this is for. Little inspiration. Maybe turn it down. No, I like it. This one can go down a little bit because it's a harmony. Got this lower one. I'll leave it the way it is. Maybe turn it down a little bit. Oh, I like that. I feel like I should turn this down a little bit. Stream. Turn my headphones up because I'm going deaf. So as far as a rough mix goes, this is fine for now. What's this? Interesting. Re-Kid. Listening to a song that I can't stop listening to. Sorry, I just noticed this. This is a track off my next album that's coming up. I have one more track after this, but I'm just mixing and mastering it now. I already finished all the creative process to it. That's basically it. So now we're going to get to the fun part. Why don't we start with these? And by fun part, I mean not fun at all for me. So what does this sound like? We're going to throw an EQ on it. We don't need any bass notes, really. That's good. We're going to throw an auto pan on here. Just give it a little bit of movement, right? Let's do a reverb too. I really like, I picked up these Eventide reverbs, and I really like this Mountains one. Let's bring you guys in a little bit closer. There we go. Hey, Night Fury, it's good to see you. You know what? I'm using like the Stream Manager dashboard, and I kind of just prefer to look at my own channel. Let me quick switch it instead of using that. Yeah, I like this more. auto pan reverb, we can keep it simple. So for this, gonna do a similar type thing. Let's look at it. This one is mostly a bass sound. You probably can't even really hear it. I'm not actually gonna change any of that. I am gonna add an auto panner to it though, because I think that'll, again, give it a little movement. It'll sound nice. Just throw a nice reverb on there. Make it a little bigger. You know what? That is one thing we can do. Let's get a mix widener. Make it feel bigger. No. Let's go back. What is that? Okay. Now we're going to move on to Helsinki here. This one I do want to EQ. Again, since we're not using any bass frequencies, we can just cut them out. Nothing below 50. This sounds nice. Should we add a little slower? Yeah, there we go. I like phasers, personally. Let's get a little ambiance in here. And this one, let's run Black Hole. This is probably my favorite reverb. I think I've talked about that. Just makes it sound really big. Sounds good. We're going into a similar situation here. Something like that. Maybe some delay, actually. Some stereo delay would be nice. And an auto pan would be nice. See, it's a little quiet. Turn it up a little bit. This sound, all I really want is to do this. There we go. Listen to that. Isn't that beautiful? Oof. Oof. Get chills. You know what? Actually, it needs another reverb on it that decays a little bit faster. I kind of like that one doesn't decay quite as quickly. No, you know what? I kind of like it. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Now now we get into the meat of the song, which are these two right here. Give these guys a little reverb. Come on. We need another good delay here. I like these stereo delays. There we go. Let's unmute that. So in context. It's a little loud, actually. One of the things we're going to do, because these are the first things that's come in, is I like to fade things in over 2 measures and give it a little, yeah, it just sounds nice here. So it'll sound like this. Isn't that nice? Let's give 5 a good auto pan. I use auto pans way too much. Let's throw in a that in. Let's throw in a we're gonna copy these other ones a little bit for this one. It's just kind of more of a pan flute sound. Whoa, what is that? With the pan flute, I think I would like this shimmer. What did I... Pan flute will split. That's good enough. We're gonna do the same thing here where we... Ooh, whoops. Where we fade them in. That's wrong. Fade in this one. That is that like bass pizzicato type sound. And that one does not need to be faded in. Kind of like how it sounds like just coming in. We get this drum beat. nice sound, bass sound to hold it together. Actually, you know what? This one, I think we should just have it clean. And then this Madrid sound, I already want to saturate it. Yeah, there we go. And then this one, we'll do the same. So when I use that like glass breaking sound, I usually don't fade things in or fade them out. Fade these in. There we go. You know, 2 seems a little much. Let's do just 1 for the first one. Want to do something with this. 1, I want to also put one of these on. But I kind of want to give it some effects. Just a little bit of reverb, you know? Oh! Whoops. How's this? In our compressor here. We don't need to compress it much. Just a little bit. How's it in our overall volume? It's pretty quiet, which is good. We can boost that later. You know, these almost feel too loud. Let's bring some stuff down. And then there will be a fade out there, which I'll do on the next part of this. So how does that sound? I think this sounds mixed. Here, let's back out a little bit so you guys... You know, I almost feel like that this sound is a little too loud. What if we split these two, but the opposite way of the others? This is a bit loud. What we're mixing for... Thanks, David. What we're mixing for isn't loudness, because I can just mix it to get... I can just boost the volume later. We're wanting something that sounds good and balanced. That sounds better. Oh, thanks, David. Huh. See, I kind of like that bass loud, but we should turn it down a little bit. Let's go back. I want to hear that again. What happens if we throw a little black hole on this bad boy? See, David, I'm trying to be like Grave and start the Tank Top Boys. Pyro, we're trying to get David to wear one of these and then wear a tie over it. We're going to fade out this. About 78. So that'll sound like this. You do, David. You've always had pretty decent arms. Start a thing like Chris. Yep. Guys, this mix I think sounds decent. So what we'll do helps that yeah. This mix sounds decent, so we'll do for black art 1 hour. I don't need these here. Create a mix down. This is called Stalactite Drips. Unmastered. So we will do some mastering. And you know, this didn't take as long as I thought it would. Maybe we'll do some January. Question is, how am I going to do that? I can use the OP1, I guess. Okay. Let's see. So now we're going to go to my mastering track, which has all of my mastering plugins already loaded. First thing, we can go to here. Go to about 90 to 95. We'll just cut off all of this extra reverb at the end. Let's check out. This is at the default settings. Lower that. All right. Man, you can really hear that. You can really hear certain things. I have an ambiance maker on one of those things and I can really hear it. But that's fine. Whoa. right, so what we're listening for all of you listening to this mastering process, we are listening for any kind of like muddled frequencies or areas that seem like it's too loud for the overall mix. It's got a notification from Discord that Elkhorn wants to be my friend. Honestly, you can see this part seems a little bit. This section needs to go down. Kind of like these frequencies sound really muddled. But I have a dynamic one that kind of turns it down when it's going louder than I want it to. Yeah, these are too loud. Honestly, some of those highs seem a little high as well. Oh, hey Elkhorn, what's up? A co-stream later than their normal programming. That sounds fun. So we're going to start over. How's this sound? So he's not playing with us. Yep. I suppose it is Star Wars Saturday now that I think about it. See, this is where it's just easier to go back and change the mix a little bit. We don't technically have to do that, but... Oh, thank you, David. We're going to turn down this part, which is the dun-dun. I'm going to turn it down a lot. That's like way too loud. And we're actually going to turn down a little bit of the reverb on this. Almost to nothing. Yeah, David, you can probably tell in my Who Am I that I didn't write that. Bethany definitely wrote that. She also wrote my new About Me for Twitch. Alright, that sounds better. So we're gonna delete this and we'll do a new one. Depends who shows up. Or we'll bring you guys a little closer in again. I want you guys to see the fingerprints on my screen. Ew. I will not be able to join today, D. I'm actually going to be gaming with my sister and Lil J. Play some Minecraft Dungeons with them. Since there's crossplay, now it's pretty easy. Since Johnny just plays it on his Switch. See if we need those. Switch to the bigger camera. Yeah, guys, see, this is the great part about mixing and stuff is you can be doing things and you can just be like, I don't really like this mix. Let's see. Here's the problem is I need to actually reset my ears, but I can't really do that on this stream because I use copywritten music to do that. Let's bring this down a little bit more. That seems a little loud. Honestly, this also seems a little loud. Let's bring this down to 4. Let's bring this down to 8. Let's bring this down to 4. Let's bring this down. You down to 8. You need to definitely come down. We'll bring you down to 2. -1 will bring you down to -4. You should never mix based on visuals. You should always mix based on your ears. I've just been doing this for a long time, so I kind of know about how much I want to turn things down. It's not perfect, though. I still need to stick around and listen. I almost want to give 3 a little bit of bite. And again, it's easier to mix it at a quieter volume and then just boost the volume, right? There we go, there's the bass. Feel like I like this more. I suppose I could listen to one of my songs to reset my ears instead of the ones that I normally do. We'll do that. Because one of the issues that people don't tell you about is when you listen to the same song too much, you either like really like it or you really don't like it, even if it's fine. So you kind of have to listen to other music while you're in the midst of this process in order to reset your ears so you can kind of hear things objectively again. And everyone, like, you know, usually I just listen to a song that I really like to kind of remember that kind of stuff. And I don't want to have any issues, so when I'm streaming, I don't do that. Which just makes the process a little bit harder. Yeah, that sounds fine. So what we'll do is we'll mix it down one more time. Unmastered. We'll mix it down, we'll load it in, we'll listen to another song, kind of reset our ears. We'll listen to A Stellar Stream, which was the leading song off of my album Intercept. It's got some good high bell sounds that I did pretty well, and it has some lower sounds, so it'll kind of have more of like the sonic range that I need. Normally, the songs that I listen to reset my ears, I kind of go back and forth depending on what I'm listening to. Is I do I listen to Intentions by Justin Bieber because I really like that song, Don't Hate. And I also listen to When I Wasn't Watching by Mandy Moore. For different reasons, right? I really like the mixing in Mandy Moore's song. One of the reasons I listen to Intentions by Justin Bieber is because there's actually stuff in it I don't like. There are certain sounds that they use that I don't like, and it's good for me to remember that you can make something that sounds good with sounds that you don't like. So we'll listen to this, get a little ear reset. Man, I hear so much now that I'm not used to hearing. It's funny because I wonder, listening to this older music of mine, some of the things that I hear I know I didn't do on purpose, but I wonder if people who are more knowledgeable than I am were like, oh, I find this artistic choice he made like really interesting, when it definitely wasn't an artistic choice. I just didn't know any better. Those are those high bells I'm talking about. You know, this is one of my more popular songs. And I listened to it, just not that much, but I can see why. It turned out nice. All right. So let's go ahead and open Cubasis now that our ears are a bit not so tuned into one specific song. Let's hear it. .lp. This does not need to be loaded in here. It's just taking up CPU. I also need to figure out the order of this song. Alright, yeah, it's boosting it a little bit. That's fine. I don't enjoy looking at my listening face. I do like that reverb on that click, though. That sounds nice. That's what's up. Yeah, see, now I'm not feeling nearly as critical of the song as I was earlier. It's funny how that can happen. I mean, I did remix it since I last listened to it, but this one, yeah, it's just funny how your ears play tricks on you. But in general, that is much better. Alright, so what we're gonna do, so now, what we're gonna do, stop. Struggling right now? Not really. What is going on? There we go. Okay. So. Did I keep my... No, I did not. 3... I was going to say we're going to reset it and hear how loud it is. Because now what I'm mixing for is loudness. And I did a cut here. I'll have to wait and do it again. Let's get it to where there's drum beats. Yeah, that's a little loud. restart that. Now what we're mixing for is loudness. Basically, the Spotify algorithm turns down any music that is louder than negative 14 LUFS, which you can see down here. Let me get you a little bit closer. You can see down here. And I'm using an integrated thing to kind of basically it averages out the whole song, right? So I usually mix it. Sometimes I go a little bit above it because it's not a big deal for it to get turned down a bit. The bigger deal is if your music is too quiet. If your music is too quiet, someone will be listening to another song and then your song will come on and they can't really hear it as well, so they have to boost it, turn it up, and then the next song that comes on is really loud. They have to turn it down, which is pretty annoying. Like normally, it's better for it to be loud and they just have to turn it down than it is for it to be too quiet. So what I'm aiming for here, I guess you guys can't really see it, it's under the chat. What I'm aiming for is in the 14 range. It doesn't really matter where. But you can see red is where it's 14. I'm aiming for streaming here. Ooh, look at that. Look at how loud I got. You can see the limiter kicking it in. Basically, every time something is peaking a certain height, the limiter cuts it down, turns the volume down in those moments. You can already say on this new on every album, like I like all of my songs, sure, but there's usually songs I don't like quite as much. This is definitely a song I'm not super into. Like I like it, but not as much as the other ones. But I want to release an album with 10 songs on it, so this needs to get done. Check it out. Check out these peaks that it's crushing. Look at that. It's going to get us up to 14. See, it ends up working out because like that section, super loud, way louder than negative 14 LUFS, right? But the thing is it these kinds of algorithms where they check that, they usually go by this integrated average. And so I usually do that and it'll stay, because now it's quieter, it'll stay below that. But here's the other thing. I've also seen other people do it where like they don't care at all and freaking like they just have it go to how loud it is and it's super loud and it just gets turned down, which I guess isn't really a problem if you mix it properly, and I'll show you what it looks like. Them turning it down, you don't really lose any fidelity. It's just, so, you can take all of that mixing and mastering stuff with a grain of salt with like, it needs to be about here or else it's going to get turned down and that's bad. And it's like, well, it's not really the worst. Well, look at that, 14.1, that's kind of perfect. That's like way more on the money than I've ever been as far as like volume. I think that's fine. So we're not done yet, guys. So now we'll delete this one. We'll do another stalactite drips. That's stalactite dips. Let's try that again. Stalactite drips. And let's capitalize that D because this is a title. It's gonna render. Let's bring you back in, I guess, so you can actually see what's happening here. Rendering. I don't know if you noticed because I didn't point it out. I did not fade out this because I like to actually fade it out. In this app I use called Audio Share, which is a pretty popular app to use on iOS. So we'll do a fade in of about 3 seconds. You don't even really notice it, and we'll do a fade out. Do I even want to do a fade out? So we can trim it. Let's trim it right there. What does that sound like? we want to do a fade out. Let's do a 5-second fade out. And hold still to zoom. Let's move it a little bit in there. Beautiful. Perfect. All right, save. So now we have stalactite drips trimmed. I need to figure out where it goes in here. Honestly, I think it would do great as number 8. So, which, you know, I'm not a producer for, like, on PC or on Mac. I've never done that, so For Blackheart is actually supposed to be written like this. That's how I titled that song. So now this lives right here. And one of the things we do that's kind of small, paintings, stalactite drips. We move it into the iCloud drive that I have so I can have it on all my devices. It's uploading. There we go, you guys. That's mixing and mastering. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I would like to do a January stream, but you know, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. This is about an hour. This is about where I usually go. I've got a few people here. Who should we raid, you guys? Let's see. Huh. We'll raid. Blushing. Yep. Hey, Blackheart, what's up? Yeah, were you not watching my last video where I definitely had this as well? Right? Guys, I had this last time too, right? Where is... Oh, the last you saw was Mirror. Yeah, this is my new stream setup. Isn't it cool? All right, here we go. Oh, very nice, Blackheart. All right, here we go. Let's go.